down the road that is taking us into the heart of the oldest still operating film studio in the United States, Universal Studios. We were founded by the gentleman you see on your screen right there. His name was Mr. Carl Laemmle. He himself, an immigrant from Bavaria, came to the United States in the early 20th century, and on April 30th, 1912, he incorporated Universal Pictures as a business. That date is what officially makes us the oldest still operating studio in town. We beat Paramount by just about a few weeks. We're very proud of that here. And then a few years later, in 1915, Carl Laemmle founded Universal City, which is where you are right now. Now, I do not use this term city lightly. We are a real bona fide city here, right? We have green spaces, we have zip codes, we have a sheriff's office, right? In just a few moments on the right-hand side of the tram, you are going to see our Fire Station 51, and I'm telling you now, what you're going to see is not a set. These are not fake firefighters. Those are not fake fire engines. This is a real live fire station that's keeping us safe each and every day here. Because again, we have everything a real city has, except, of course, full residents. No one lives here. And that is how we first earned our nickname, the most unusual city in the world, when we first opened up in 1915. Now, when Carl Laemmle first purchased the plot of land that would become Universal City, it was only about 150 acres or so. Today, over 100 years later, we are over 400 acres and still growing to this very day, over 100 years later. As a matter of fact, off the left-hand side of the tram, you're going to see some active construction going up. That is because we are constantly expanding our footprint here at Universal Studios. We're constantly opening up new areas, whether they be new parking lots, new sound stages, or also new areas like Super Nintendo World, which our tour guide Rocky is very excited about. And this brings us to our very first soundstage on the Universal Tour. On the left-hand side of the tram, you are going to see Soundstage 12. This is the oldest soundstage of the Universal lot, built in 1929, and some extraordinary cinematic moments were created in that very soundstage right there. Let's take a look. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with what exactly a soundstage is, you're actually surrounded by them right now, okay? A very large building, sort of look like warehouses, right? Large buildings, very high ceilings, approximately 95 to 98% soundproof. And inside of these soundstages, you can create whatever type of world your project calls for. You just saw a pool party in a soundstage on your screens, right? You can create a blizzard in a soundstage, a desert in a soundstage. You can stage a moon landing in a soundstage. These are huge, magical, versatile spaces. Now, the sound stages to your left have been predominantly busy with television shows of late. Awesome series like Bel-Air, Peacock, rebooted Fresh Prince of Bel-Air sitcom from the 1990s. Also, the HBO television series Hacks did a lot of great work in these sound stages. Hacks starring Emmy Award-winning actress Jean Smart. Now, we're going to be taking a right turn. But if you look towards your left, you're going to see the Universal Studios gate, and our Soundstage 1 is right down there. That is where Kelly Clarkson films her television show. I also have another very special celebrity guest who's going to help me on the tour today. My buddy Jabari Banks from Bel-Air wants to come up and say hi. What's going on, Jabari?
You just gotta get one with the So what is you put egg on the cheese? You put cheese on the egg, on the cheese. It's right. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in? No, it's gotta be a lot. Yeah, we could probably fit the whole Bel-Air cast and crew in there. You know, we gotta get one of these for the mansion. For sure. You're lucky for y'all, the Banks family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of Bel-Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments? Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I love the foyer set where Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you?
Well, the Bel-Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having me sit in that cold ice bath for hours.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really fun.
No, I still can't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together, from hair, wardrobe, makeup,
Set design, props, and transportation.
Transpo, yes. Yo, Transpo is the best. They have the sweetest rides for us to play with.
Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour.
Yeah, that sounds good. As long as I get to drive.
Oh, not if I've got the keys.
Oh, not that.
Get out of here, guys. Give me my tour back. Give me my tour back. Check out Bel Air streaming on Peacock. I myself am a Philadelphia native, and when I heard they were remaking Fresh Prince, I was like, excuse me, what? Get out of here, get out of here. But it's actually really, really beautiful. They actually just started their second season. Again, you can stream that on Peacock. We have a long, fantastic history of television magic right here at Universal Studios. Oh, Dean, is that who I think it is? Uh-oh, check it out, folks. We have our first celebrity sighting coming up on the left-hand side of the tram. Get those cameras out. You are going to see a big furry teddy bear holding a very dirty martini. That is my buddy Ted, star of the brilliant Seth MacFarlane's Ted and Ted 2. Ted also has his own television show, which we worked on very hard here at Universal Studios. Now, before any project even makes it to a soundstage in one of our large-scale exterior sets, which I'll show you in just a few moments, it starts off as an idea in one of these offices to your left. These are our production bungalows, and what they are, they're administrative offices that handle anything involving pre-production, things like budgeting, script writing, sometimes casting work as well. And some very brilliant producers call our bungalow area home. One of my personal heroes, Jordan Peele, woo-hoo! His Monkey Paw Productions is right here to our left, next to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, 7 Bucks Productions. Fans of the Broadway musical Wicked, keep an eye out on the left-hand side of the tram. In just a few moments, you're going to see Mark Platt Productions' office with a big, huge Wicked globe right outside. We're very excited to be bringing Wicked to the big screen next year. And coming up right next to Alfred Hitchcock's old office, you are going to see Blackmail Productions, Spike Lee's cousin Malcolm Lee's production company right there. And again, that's Alfred Hitchcock's old office, number 5195. Now I have one more set of sound stages to show you before we leave the Universal front lot behind, and they're going to be coming up on your left as well. If you notice, these sound stages look a little different than the sound stages we've been passing previously, right? We actually built offices into the front of these sound stages. That's what all of those doors and windows are that you see. And we're currently utilizing these sound stages for the sitcom Lopez vs. Lopez, starring George Lopez and his very funny daughter, Mayan Lopez. You can actually stream that on Peacock. And we had built these sound stages a few seasons ago to accommodate the Will and Grace reboot that happened on NBC. Now, these sound stages are actually able to accommodate a live studio audience. The concept of live studio audiences we actually created right here in Universal Studios, because we were the first to invite the public to get a behind-the-scenes look at how movies are made. And as we slowly look to our right, the real Hollywood magic is coming into focus, all right? We are now on the Universal Backlot, and this is where we have our large-scale exterior sets, all right? Our Metropolitan sets, our city sets, these are the first set of large-scale exterior sets you're going to see on the tour today. Huge, gorgeous facades that can be any city they want to be, right? Now, if you are a fan of classic television and classic film, keep your eyes open, because you're going to start to recognize locations from some of your favorite TV shows and movies. I'm a huge fan of the original Twilight Zone series, Rod Serling's Twilight Zone, and the pilot episode called Where Is Everybody was filmed right here in our metropolitan area in a spot called Courthouse Square, all right? Back to the Future fans, whip out those cameras, because you're going to recognize Courthouse Square as Hill Valley, USA, coming up on the left-hand side of the train. This is probably the closest a lot of you have been to an actual real live Hollywood set. So what I want to do right now is I want to take a quick opportunity while we're here in our Metropolitan sets to give you a quick overview of the different types of sets we have so that you'll recognize them as the tour goes on. All right, so check it out. First up, first type of large-scale exterior set we have is called a facade, all right? Facade, French for the word face, and it's pretty much just a big fake wall. But think about this. If you put a camera in front of that big fake wall at the right angle, you can make it look like an entire building. They do it all the time here in Hollywood, right? So that's a facade. A step up from a facade is called a shell, and that is the majority of what you are looking at right now. These are shells, all right? They look like real buildings. They have 3, sometimes 4 walls and a roof. But inside, they are completely empty, right? There's nothing going on in there. Take a peek into some of these as we pull through our city sets, right? And then a final step up from that is called a fully practical set, all right? And that is a set that you can use for both exterior shots, but you could also go inside of that set and use it for interior shots as well, all right? So take an opportunity as we're passing by these shelves, take a look inside them, take a look and see some of that work equipment. Again, these are only meant to be shot from the outside. Now, our sets are also very versatile. They're made of lightweight material. What looks like concrete, what looks like brick is pretty much plywood, plastic, and fiberglass. Because again, we may need to blow a building up for a scene, repaint it, cover it in fake snow, right? It's all about versatility. Now, we can pretty much represent any city we want to here in our Metropolitan sets, but usually the Big Apple or New York City is the one we're heading for.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
And here you all are, you made it in Hollywood, everybody! Welcome to the big time, welcome to the big time! These are our Metropolitan sets. All right, folks, listen up. The real adventure is about to begin in just a few moments. Quick reminder for folks, please remain seated, arms and legs inside the vehicle. I am about to take you to Skull Island, home of King Kong.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in the adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
All right, so listen up, everybody. King Kong is going to shake us around quite a bit, okay? So hold on tight to your phones, to your belongings, to your friends and loved ones. Hold on tight to everything, because it's about to get real on this tram. Here we go.
The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife at Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film, and this is another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the features and the character personality of Kong as he appears in the movie.
All right, let's take a little bit of a look at how we made this attraction possible. King Kong 360 3D, brought to you by Weta Special Effects, New Zealand Special Effects Company, and frequent collaborator with Mr. Peter Jackson. Now, this attraction right here is a great illustration of how well practical effects, those are effects you can see, hold, and touch, go really well with computer-generated imagery. Guess what, folks? We were one of the practical effects when our tram pulled into that soundstage and hooked up to a set of hydraulics, and that is what shook us around. That, in conjunction with the animation we see on those 40-foot tall screens, is what creates that sense of movie magic.
And it's a project like the studios where the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. Working on a movie, you would always know people in looking straight ahead of the frame of shot. People have to take it into the people taking that direction. Also, one of the things about this large movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. Because of one giant shot, this tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of feature film. That amount of visual dimension, that number of pixels, and presenting with the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
Heck of a ride indeed, and thank you very, very much, really, Mr. Peter Jackson and Weta Special Effects. All right, folks, we're going to switch gears a little bit here. You'll see what I did there in a second, but listen up. If you or someone you know or love likes cars, whip out those cameras right now, because in just a moment, I'm going to show you some of Universal Studios' most famous picture cars. Now, picture car is an actual Hollywood term, and it's a term used to describe any car or vehicle that you see on screen. It could be a boat, it could be a helicopter, it could be a tank. But if it's a vehicle and you see it on screen, it is a picture car. We've got some great ones lined up for you today. Some of our most popular franchises, including Back to the Future. Harry Potter fans, we've got the blue Ford Anglia that Ron used to pick up Harry and take him to Chamber of Secrets. Also got some cars from our Fast and Furious and Jurassic Park franchises. Our picture cars are just as versatile as our sets. They're made of very lightweight material. We want to be able to do whatever we need to them. As a matter of fact, this tank on the left-hand side of the tram from our Transformers films, guess what, folks? That tank is made of plywood. Looks like metal, doesn't it, right? It's very lightweight because, hey, like I said, for a scene, we may need to throw it off a cliff. We may need to throw it off a building. We may need to blow it up. Or, hey, this is Hollywood. We may even need to have a dinosaur step on it, right? Anything is possible in this town, right? Again, it's all about providing resources to the projects that come your way so that they can make their movie or television magic. Now, speaking of movie magic, I have a special guest who's going to help me welcome you to our next area. Take it away, Dr. Hammond.
To Jurassic Park.
Oh, thanks, cuz I work here, but I always love a warm welcome. Welcome to Jurassic Park, everybody. Steven Spielberg's 1993 classic film, adapted from the Michael Crichton novel of the same name. Now listen up, I forgot to warn you. We keep real live dinosaurs here at Universal Studios, so there is a chance you might get eaten on this tour, all right? Arms and legs inside the vehicle. Don't try anything cute or funny. I had a guy last week, he stuck his arm out the tram. Man, this dinosaur came up, chomped on his arm, yanked him off the tram, and ate him in front of everyone. Don't be that guy, all right? Arms and legs inside the vehicle. See, these dinosaurs, they tend to think this is a lunch cart. I have to remind them, no, this isn't a lunch cart, this is a tour. I was talking to this raptor last week. I said, stop eating the guests. You know what he said to me? He said, stop around. I said, oh, Lord, he want to eat everybody. So that's why I say arms and legs inside the vehicle and remain seated, all right? Right now, we're going to a little scene from the Lost World Jurassic Park, also adapted from the Michael Crichton novel of the same name, released in 1997.
Somebody catch her, what are we gonna do? Oh, no.
That's all right, she makes till the end of the movie. Highly recommend you check out the Lost World Jurassic Park if you have not seen it before. But we're going to leave Jurassic Park behind, and right now I'm going to welcome you to Old Mexico, for the area of our backlot that we utilize for projects that call for a Latin American flavor. And I want to give you a little bit of a demonstration into one of Hollywood's most prevalent practical effects, and that is weather. Take a look off the left-hand side of the tram. So here in Hollywood, whenever we need lightning, we rely on strobe lights. Whenever we need thunder, we rely on speakers. And guess what, folks? In just a few moments, I'm going to provide you with a lovely Southern California downpour. Now, this downpour is brought to you by sprinklers, or as we call them here in Hollywood, rain rigs. These rain rigs shoot the water straight up. Gravity pulls the water right on down. Real rain is very difficult to film. It's usually coming down way too fast, and it's very difficult to light as well. So we make our own weather. Now, I forgot to warn you, if you are in a blue seat, you might get wet. Those in blue seats might get wet. They're all blue. Good luck. Welcome to the Flash Flood attraction here on the Universal Studio Tour. Our Flash Flood attraction, wowing audiences since 1968, making it the oldest attraction on the Universal Studio Tour. Some of you may recognize that area from the film Big Fat Liar.
You can't run the wolf pit! Yeah, we'll see about that.
Some really great projects utilized our Flash Flood area. Lady Gaga shot her Judas video right in that Flash Flood area on your screens right there. And Janet Jackson's Escapade video was filmed right on this very street. Also, fellow Star Trek fans on board, Star Trek Picard did a lot of great work right here in Old Mexico, as did the HBO series Westworld. And speaking of Westworld, everyone, behold on either side of the tram, you are now looking at some of the oldest and most historically heavily utilized sets here in the Universal Backlot. These are our Western sets. All throughout the 20th century, specifically the 1940s through the 1960s, Westerns were immensely popular. As a matter of fact, the 1940s through the 60s are seen as the golden age of American Western entertainment. And awesome series like Bonanza, Wild Wild West, Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, which was shot right here, ruled the airwaves. And more recently, Quentin Tarantino, brilliant Hollywood director, worked on his Academy Award-winning film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right here on our Western sets. So much fantastic history, so many stars. Clint Eastwood, Robert Redford, W.C. Fields, they all walk these streets that you are on right now. Quick heads up for everyone. I want to remind you all that, or rather give you a heads up that, the tour is approximately at the halfway mark, so I want to remind you to please stay seated throughout the entire tour. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone or can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord to get my attention and I'll be back to assist you, but do remain seated at all times. You're doing great so far. Keep it up, keep it up. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, what's up, Studio Tour? I'm Kelly Clarkson from The Voice, and we shoot our show right here in Stage 31, one of the newest stages on the lot, actually. These state-of-the-art sound stages allow us to bring our show to life, from the blinds to the lives and everything in between. I absolutely adore you. You've been doing it on the train,
I'm proud of you, son. Thank you, Doc. Tuesday for ABC. Going head to head.
What about the Wolf Day bus?
Speaking of television, my eagle-eyed guests on board, if you look to the left, you're going to see a bank of satellite dishes. NBC Universal actually utilizes those satellite dishes to transmit to our local news affiliates, including NBC4 and Noticias Telemundo as well. And come Summer Olympics, those satellite dishes are going to be quite busy. All right, folks, as you can see, we've left the Old West behind, and now it is my pleasure to welcome you to Europe. Welcome to Little Europe, the section of our Universal Backlot, where we have large-scale exterior sets that we utilize for projects that call for either a fairy tale or a European feel. Now, some of you may recognize our Little Europe as the Kingdom of Genovia from the Princess Diaries 2. It was also the fairy tale kingdom in Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, starring Brandy and Whitney Houston. And again, take a good look into some of these shelves right here. You're going to see some work equipment, because again, these are only meant to be used for exterior shots. Again, I've got some practical sets, which I'll show you later on. Again, those are sets that you can use for exterior shots and interior shots as well. Now, one of my favorite NBC comedies to come out the past 10, 15 years did a lot of great work here, and that show is The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrap, are dead. This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Kristen Bell is great. Ted Danson's brilliant. You can stream The Good Place on Netflix. Now, these same sets were also home to our Universal classic monsters. Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, they all worked in these sets to your right. Incredibly versatile sets, right? Again, different eras, different times of year, but the same set. And we do that through art direction and set design, which I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a deep dive into right now as I show you our Soundstage 15. Okay, so check it out. Those with children on board, please have them resist the urge to reach out and grab anything, okay? Because this is what's called a hot set, okay? There's no filming going on, but you will see film equipment out, okay? I do want you to keep your eyes open, because everyone in the front car, we're going to play a little bit of a game, all right? So keep your eyes nice and peeled. Let's see what's going on in Soundstage 50. All right, so it looks like we're working on a transit area set. Let's see. Come on, D, we got it, we got it. All right, so we're obviously in a subway station. Our set dressers have put out tiny little clues to help the audience understand where they're supposed to be. So, who can tell me? What city are we located in? Raise your hand. Or actually, just shout it out, shout it out, shout it out.
San Francisco.
Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. San Francisco! Someone in the second or third car. All right, way to go, right? San Francisco. Now that seems like Madrid. I have never heard Madrid before. That is, I wish we were in Madrid. Oh my goodness. That's an awesome guess. Now check it out. Those seem like tiny, tiny details, but think about this. Next week, it may need to be a New York subway, or a Madrid subway, or a Philadelphia subway, right? Tiny clues are put out by people like set dressers to help tell a visual narrative. It helps the actors. So I got some bad news, folks. There is a shark on the loose in this park, a bloodthirsty shark. Now this shark and I actually have something in common. We both love to eat ribs. And if you want to keep your ribs this afternoon, I suggest you keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because I'm about to take you to Amity Island, home of Jaws. We're going to keep our eyes off the starboard side of the tram. Starboard is right on a boat. Port is left, looking off the starboard side, off the right-hand side of the tram. Now keep an eye out for that shark, because he's around here somewhere. He's not here somewhere. Oh, there he is! There he is! Okay, we're going to move a little further up the pier where hopefully we're a little safer. But check it out, folks. There are some gasoline barrels off the starboard side of the tram here. Quick reminder, no smoking on the tour, please, okay? No smoking on the tour. Adapted from the Peter Benchley novel, the same name. I am an avid reader, so some of you I'm sure are noticing that I'm constantly bringing up the authors' names of the books that a lot of our films are adapted from. I highly recommend you read these books if you have not read them before. They are extraordinary. Jaws is a great example of how a brilliant director can come and improve already fantastic material. Again, that's Jaws, written by Mr. Peter Benchley. Now, thank goodness for Steven Spielberg's unending persistence and genius, because half the time, the shark that they were using for the movie didn't even work.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough for a while there and finished the whole. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Now, some of you may also recognize Amity Island to your left as Cabot Cove, the setting of one of television's greatest detective shows and one of my childhood favorites, Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. I spent many a sick day as a kid eating chicken noodles, sweet peanut butter sandwiches, and helping this lady solve murders right here. Television history, Angela Lansbury. Next up, we're going to show you some of our residential sets. If you look to your left, you're going to see Elm Street, large-scale suburban type looking sets. Fans of Never Have I Ever, Mindy Kaling's show, Davy's House, is on that block, as is Boo Radley's house with To Kill a Mockingbird. And on our right, we have our Chicken Ranch house. Now, this is a fully practical set. This is a set you can film on the outside. You can also go inside of it as well. Fellow horror fans, this house on your right was Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses. And right behind that Chicken Ranch house is an example of a facade for one of our big fake walls that we use here in Hollywood. And while I'm showing off our residential sets, Desperate Housewives fans, whip out those cameras, because I'm taking you right down Wisteria Lane. Welcome to Wisteria Lane, or as we call it, right here in the Universal Backlot, Colonial Street. Large-scale exterior sets that depict bucolic suburban life. Let's take a look.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Wisteria is not native to the West Coast for the most part, so as you can imagine, the wisteria used in the TV show, it was all artificial. And speaking of artificial, this is one of my favorite spots in the entire backlot because this really transports you somewhere else, right? If you close your eyes for a second and then open them back up, it really does seem like you could be on a suburban block somewhere. And again, that speaks to the power of set dressers, set design, art direction, the colors of the houses, the placement of all of this fake foliage you're looking at right here. Well, most of it's fake. All of it's fake, as a matter of fact. And maybe, no, I'm pretty sure all of it's fake, except for the grass, right? The placement of every single plant you see, it's all intentional to help create a picture for the viewer. Fans of classic television, at the end of this block on the right-hand side, it's the second to last house in the block, you're going to see 1313 Mockingbird Lane, home of the Munsters. Okay, and I also want to let you all know that we're approximately 10 to 15 minutes from the end of the tour, and we'll be heading back to the theme park shortly, so remember to pull that cord above your head if you need any assistance, and do remain seated, arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. You're doing great so far. Keep up the good work.
I've done a tour so many times since I was a kid.
The first time I ever went on Universal Lot, I did the tour.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and that was like the place to go and see Jaws.
I got my introduction to Universal Studios through the tour, so then to be in the movies and seeing the trams drive by, it's very overwhelming.
One of the coolest things actually about shooting for Universal is sometimes you shoot on the lot and you go and say, here's Jaws, there's a flash flood, the trams are riding around. It's the coolest thing ever.
1979. Back then, the tram drivers were apparently really reckless and crazy. There was no restriction on cars going in. They used to drive all over the tram.
I have so many amazing memories of the lot when we were shooting Back to the Future.
Being here was back in time.
The tram would come through, the tourists would see Michael J. Fox, and they're taking a camera, snap, snap, snap. So one day, Michael J. Fox had his own camera, and every time the tourists came through snapping their pictures, he ran out and he started taking pictures of them.
Speaking of taking pictures, car fans, on the right-hand side of the tram, I got some more picture cars for you. If you're interested at all, snap a photo. Got my buddy Bumblebee right there. Some other cars from our Fast and Furious franchise as well. All right, folks, if you can't already tell, I love my job and I am a huge film nerd. I am about to take you to my favorite spot in this entire Universal backlot. I am about to take you to the Bates Motel, a setting of Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 classic Psycho, starring Janet Leigh, mother of Academy Award-winning actress Jamie Lee Curtis, also starring John Gavin, Vera Miles, and the brilliant Tony Perkins as Norman Bates. There's Norman right there. What's he up to? That's a 1957 Ford Custom 300, by the way. Uh-oh, I think he heard me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, Brody, chill. It's not that serious.
Free haircuts at the Bates Motel off Janet Leigh Drive, Universal City. Care of Norman Bates himself. Line up so sharp your head falls off. Fade so smooth your life fades away. Box braids and lace front weaves available by appointment. Norman's a great stylist. He did my girlfriend's hair the other day. And then he's doing Alfred Hitchcock's classic Psycho, adapted from the Robert Bloch, B-L-O-C-H, novel of the same name. It is one of the more breathtaking novels on the tour. I highly recommend you check it out if you have not read it already. Coming up on the left-hand side of the tram, you're going to see our Psycho house. This is an example of a facade or shell, right? It's completely empty on the inside, only used for exterior shots.
Bye, Brody. I love you. You're real bad.
Behold the destruction on either side of the tram. You are now on the set of Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, released in 2005 and adapted from the H.G. Wells 1899 novel of the same name.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example
example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep listen to me. Listen to me, man. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay, I'm closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
War of the Worlds 2005, starring Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, Tim Robbins, and a very creepy cameo towards the end of the film. This is a real airplane you're looking at, as a matter of fact, off the left-hand side of the tram. A real airplane that Steven Spielberg purchased for the production War of the Worlds. That is a decommissioned 747 that Mr. Spielberg purchased right there. Highly recommend you check out War of the Worlds as well. It is our second H.G. Wells novel on the tour, the first one being The Invisible Man in Little Europe. Alright, so speaking of extraterrestrial horror, my friends, next up it is my pleasure to take you to the setting of Jordan Peele's 2022 sci-fi horror epic, Nope. Welcome, my friends, to Jupiter's Claim. And if you haven't seen the movie, I'll give you a little tip to stay safe. Don't look up.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this live the old Rush Frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center. Welcome to the world of No.
Around here, y'all. I think it might be a good idea for us to get out of here. That's right, you got the corny tour guide. All right, folks, I have one more spot to take you to before we conclude our tour today. I am taking you to Sullivan's Garage, home of Dom and the family from the Fast and Furious franchise.
It's definitely bucket list. This franchise.
The heart and soul of the Fast and Furious franchise, boots on the ground, on location. The more movies we make, the bigger they get.
We continue to outdo ourselves.
The enormity of everything hits you like a right hand of the jaw.
John Cena!
You are now a Toretto.
I just had been
on your screens.
Participate in this. It's such an honor to be part of this family.
That's the problem with having such a big family. How do you choose the ones you save? So
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking you. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
suited arms and legs inside the vehicle. Keep those 3D glasses handy, and here we go.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Neil?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got you. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours.
Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Hobbs can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Supercharged. Check it out, Fast 10 in theaters now.
My Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it. They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys get good out there. And you're welcome to turn off you anytime.
I wholeheartedly agree, They can join our crew anytime. Well, check it out, folks. This concludes the Universal Studios Hollywood Tour for the afternoon. I hope you had a fantastic time. Hope you learned a little bit more about how some of your favorite television shows and movies are made as well. Check it out. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this for over 100 years. Our founder, Carl Lemley, he set out to create a studio to produce movies that made people laugh, cry, and hide under their seats in terror. And we are very proud to be continuing that great legacy right here at Universal Studios. Check it out. If you are an annual pass holder, thank you for being an annual pass holder. If you are not, that's okay. Just take your current ticket up to the box office, have it converted to one, and you can take the studio tour with Rocky whenever you want to. If you're interested in purchasing any of the TV shows or clips that you saw on our videos today, you can head to uphe.com, or you can simply head to one of our retail stores in the park. Last but not least, download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. Oh, speaking of Fire Station 51, I told you we are a real city. We're going to be held up a little bit. We have a fire truck in front of us. Everything's okay. Just looks like they're trying to maneuver. As I was saying before, download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. If you don't have it already, you can check out park opening and closing times, ride wait times as well. And you can also interact with Super Nintendo World. Team Luigi, come through for your boy Rocky. Oh, we just cut off by an empty tram full of ghosts. That's all right. Check it out, folks. I'm going to have you offload in just a few moments. Please stay seated until those doors are open, all right? Have a wonderful rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. Again, my name is Rocky. Have a wonderful day. Roll credits, as we say in Hollywood. Thank you, front car. Thank you. I love my job. Can you tell? Keep your arms and your legs inside the tram. Your arms and legs inside the tram. Keep your arms and your legs inside the tram. Your arms and legs inside the tram. Or keep your arms, your legs inside the tram. Your arms and legs inside the tram. Or keep your arms, your legs inside the tram. Don't get up. Who say get up? Stay seated till the doors are open. And keep your arms and your legs inside the tram. Don't get up. Who say get up? Stay seated till the doors are open. You know what else, y'all? What? When the doors are open, you're on your way to the entertainment capital of LA. You have a